start off?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is Clone Wars Adventures. It's based on the Cartoon Network show, the Lucasfilm show, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And this is our virtual world. Around here, you can socialize with your friends, you can meet up, show off your customization, show off your pets, that sort of thing. And then from here, you launch a bunch of different iconic mini games that are based on Clone Wars. I can show you some of our pet stuff, which is kind of cool. Our goal with our pets basically is to make them be funny. So we have different attachments you can add. So now I have a pogo leg on my astromech here, or if I want to, I can do the more iconic thruster jets on him. So now he's kind of floating around like R2 and has different animations that I can activate when he has those. All of our pets are all about customization and personalization. A lot of our game is based on that idea. So from here, I can go to these different areas where I can launch mini games. So I'm in the hangar right now, and this is where I launch a bunch of vehicle-based games. I could also go to a training room and launch more training-related games, but I'll show you some of the vehicle games really quick. Kit Fisto over here, who's going to be one of our really iconic characters, and we also have Anakin over here, who's obviously a really iconic character. We really want to have a connection that the player has to the characters. So when I'm playing the Starfighter game, a lot of times I'll be playing with Anakin as my wingman, and he's asking me for help, or I'm actually, flying alongside him. So not only am I flying in battles that are famous, but I'm also flying right next to the characters that kids are familiar with from the show. Pop into a Starfighter game really quick, and I'll let you play. But yeah, this is our Starfighter game. The really cool thing about these games is we have a super exciting opportunity with this game to have a connection with the TV show in a way that no other online game has ever done. Since the TV show is constantly coming out with new episodes and we're releasing new content, we can keep really well in sync with the stuff that kids just saw it on the episode that night. We can have it in the game the next morning. So you can check out our how to play thing. It should be fairly simple, but whenever you're ready to go, just grab a hold of this. So this game, since we have a audience of 6 to 14-year-olds, we want the game controls to be as simple as possible. So in this game, you're on a rail, and you destroy ships as they come in. So here come these enemy Vulture droid bombers.
Okay, so I'm not actually flying it on it.
Yeah, exactly. And this is all just because 3D navigation, like I'm a big fan of space sim games, but 3D navigation sometimes having to figure out, is it above me, is it below me, is really, really hard, especially for our target audience. So we were trying to figure out how can we make that experience but not make it be difficult for them to be able to pick up.
Now the characters that you create, they're customizable characters, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, completely customizable. We have an entire collection system about getting all the different wearables in the game, so you can customize your character to look like Mace Windu if you wanted to. You just lost your shields there is what happened. So if you want to customize your character to look like Mace or Kit Fisto, whoever you want, or a combination, I can look like have a Tusken Raider helmet on and then Boba Fett boots if I wanted to, It's completely freeform.
Do you play as a Jedi, or is it just... Because I noticed you had a gun. Like you wearing a lightsaber?
Yeah, you can customize your character to be wearing a blaster if you want to, or a lightsaber. A lot of the games are like lightsaber dueling and lightsaber throwing, stuff like that. So all of our characters do have, are basically Jedi characters. But if you want to, you can totally make yourself look like a clone trooper. You can rock around with a giant bazooka and clone trooper armor. It's completely freeform. This isn't really an RPG, so there's no classes, there's no leveling up, there's no getting armor that has stats on it, anything like that. It's all cosmetic stuff.
So it's just a fun game for kids to play.
Say again?
It's just a fun game for kids to play.
Basically, we just want to have a fun game that stays really close to the source material, really close to the Clone Wars, and just basically allows kids to not only just play the games, but compete with their friends for score, for leaderboard position, and across actual multiplayer games. If you want to jump out of this one, I can show you another game real quick. In the top left side over here, there's a button. Yeah, click on that and then do Quit Starfighter. So this screen is just sort of a summary of what what you did in the game. It's also our loading screen. So you're loading back into the world right now. Close that. So hop into this map menu down at the very bottom. These are all the games that we have in right now. Let's check out our speeder bike racing game, which is up in the top, right down below that. Yeah. So you can choose whichever one of these you want, but these are just different tracks, and they're on planets that people are already going to be familiar with from the show. Order Plutonia is an ice planet that's in one of their early episodes from season 1 called Trespass, where they did a lot of driving around on speeder bikes. So we're like, cool, that seems like an awesome place to put speeder bike racing. So the speeder bike game is all WASD controls, or you can use the arrow keys if you want to. These green things are boost pads, so you want to drive through as many of those as possible.
Do you use the mouse at all?
You don't need to use the mouse. We also have challenge modes for all of the games. So once you're finished beating it the normal way, if you want to, you can go through and play the challenge mode. For this game, our challenge mode might be something where instead of the boost pads giving you speed, they slow you down, so it's an avoidance game rather than like a trying to actually hit the boost pads game. The way the boost mechanic works also is once you hit 4 of them, you get a super boost. The idea behind that is we wanted to give players who maybe miss one boost a chance to catch up. Yeah, so you just got the super boost for getting 4. So now it'll start over again, your counter. So you were behind just now, and now you're kind of in front again, just because of the fact that you were able to collect boosts more efficiently than the other people were. We also have a lot of dynamic stuff that happens. You just drove over a crack in the ice, and the next time you go over that, the floor is going to fall out. You're going to go through a separate cavern instead of the same route. This is just a game that you'd be able to play with your friends or against other players if you wanted to. And it's just a cool 3D game, lots of replayability just because there's all the different challenge modes like I was saying, and again six different tracks that we have in right now.
And you're going to be constantly adding more.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be adding new minigame stages as well as completely new minigames. So it's like I was saying, the floor kind of cracking underneath you there.
Can you tell where the other people are?
We don't have our map in right now, but we're going to have a little mini map that shows what your position is compared to everybody else. So this is still a really early pre-alpha build of the game. We don't have all of our content in, and we don't really have all of our mini games, all of our features completed yet. We're pretty close.
Do you have a release date?
It's going to be fall of 2010.
And as for pricing,
the game is completely free to play, so you can go to our website, sign up for an account, log in, meet up with friends, all that stuff for free. And then after, if you want to, you can unlock a membership, which allows you to get additional content, additional items, a bigger house, more pets, that sort of thing.
And speaking of pets, what else did you have? You showed us. What else kind of pets do you have?
All of our pets right now are droids. So we have various kinds of droids. We have golf droids, astromech droids, a lot of different stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the pets that we have. I think we have 8 different droids that each have their own set of different attachments, so you can customize them in your own way. And then, like an astromech droid, you can get it in a whole bunch of different kind of color customizations and
as for customization of characters, how many different customization do you do?
Well, a lot. If you want to jump out of this game really quick, I can show you some of the customization stuff that we have right now.